Yo, here we are with Daniel Pollard with his regional top playing his signature deck, DPE Turbo. DPE Turbo.
This Cyberdark, yeah.
with some random Cyberdark cards. I don't know what they do, but they summon this card.
Yeah, they summon this card.
This is the most important card.
So I'll quickly go into the matchups. Round 1, 2-0 versus Rose Tenyi. Round 2, I forget now. Hold on, I have this up. Oh yeah, round 2, 2-1 Live Twin. Round 3, 2-1 Thunder. Round 4, 1-2. I lost to a 60 card Dragon Link pile. Round 5, I 2-1 Sword Soul Tenyi, and round 6 I lost to Prankin. But we came 7th.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
Oh, yeah.
We're chilling.
Okay.
We're chilling.
Well, let's get into this profile. This is a unique deck.
Oh hell yeah.
Nobody plays this.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably the only one in this city that plays this
you're
deck.
probably the only person in Australia, to be honest.
To be honest, I agree.
I'm gonna change. So 2 core.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the starters. So 2 core, 3 cannon, 3 core.
Okay.
These are your monster starters, basically.
Yeah.
Core searches you any cyber cards, Cyberdark cards or cyber cards.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say you should max this card
Yeah.
and play 3 emergency. I sort of dislike that because in testing you brick a lot seeing starters.
Yeah.
And this deck doesn't do anything if you see just starters. It needs to see hand traps. It needs to see other utility cards to help you break boards.
Yeah.
So playing 2 because it comes up with Mega Fleet and everything. Cannon, you discard this card to add a Machine Cyberdark, and then basically while it's equipped to a monster, during damage calc it's foolish, just foolish burial, send any card from deck to grave.
Yeah.
And then when it's sent from grave to so when it's sent to grave while it's equipped, you draw 1.
Okay.
Claw is similar, except it adds back row instead of monsters. It's extra foolish in the damage calc, and when it's sent to grave, it adds a Cyberdark from grave back to hand. So recursion there.
Yeah.
And then you play these.
These, yeah.
These shiny boys.
These shiny boys. They look very nice.
Boys. Very nice.
For some reason, one of them's on limb, but it's fine. You can pass.
Yeah.
You can pass.
These cards are terrible in reality. They only trigger a normal summon to equip a level 3 dragon, but it is what it is. Like, you have to play them in order to play this deck. Horn does piercing damage. Edge can attack directly, which is neat if you need to
like force through your claw or cannon effect.
Yeah, basically. And then if they were to be destroyed by battle, and only by battle, they can pop the equip instead. So kind of like Dingurse's protection effect.
Oh yeah.
And so that's a way to trigger these effects as well.
Okay.
That's it for the cyber cards.
Yeah.
Next, this engine.
Oh yeah.
Closens Titaniclad.
Yeah.
Titaniclad gets this.
That
This
sounds
gets this.
that sounds good.
It sort of synergizes with another engine I'll go through later, but basically this just provides more pressure and just more bodies because this deck needs other engines to sort of supplement.
Well, yeah, someone's DPE if you just open any card with it, so. Or you can set up follow up and stuff.
Cannon targets, Gizmek, Eldritch. Gizmek you send and then you just summon in the battle phase to go for game.
Yep.
Eldritch you send so you can send your cannon to draw 1 card and then make Verte.
Okay.
So Verte Turbo.
Verte Turbo.
Good card though.
Then
Bricks.
Oh, the Verte Turbo.
Yeah, bricks. This one was water damage when I got it, but it's fine. I fixed it. I'm playing 8 bricks in this deck. Here's another brick. Here's some cards. This is technically a brick because Hulk combo.
Oh yeah, with Celine,
with
classic
Celine.
Hulk Celine, yeah.
But overall, these are great. I love Gammon the main because half your plays don't commit to a monster besides core.
Yeah, this card won me a lot of games today. This card was in my hand a lot, but tribute summoning him won me a game. So.
Yeah. So, it's you can do half your play. So they draw you get Gamma and then free DP. So I mean, it's good. Spells. This card's cracked. Essentially.
Yeah, this reads like a custom card.
Yeah, it is on activation. It's tanky, and as an ignition effect, it's Tensu. So I mean.
Yeah, it's
You can do lines where you can use the effect to normal summon a Cyberdark, and then do your DPE line, and then because you still have your normal summon for turn, normal summon Ecclesia, get punishment.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Imagine
Yeah.
this card is at 3 and tanking that 1.
Yeah.
Literally hell.
Yeah, like what is this?
2 Nadir because you have to play 2, 2 Fusion Destiny because you have to play 2. There's nothing
card?
really.
Yeah, it's almost like another deck got these two semi-limited and like it didn't do anything.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. One of Foolish, because
Yep.
you send Eldritch and Gizmek. Having another way to send these cards is always good because you can just get them back in for link.
Do you ever
format.
like send like Claw or Cannon just to like equip with like the shitty ones?
You can, but like it never really comes up.
Never comes up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if the only time it comes up is if you open Foolish and then one of the vanillas.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Okay.
And then my third copy of Core. This is very much a feels good ratio. I did want to play 3 Core, but Core is the weakest starter because it loses to not just Ash, but Valor as well.
Yeah.
And so it's the only starter that does. And in theory, if my opponent has draw and I activate so if they draw after emergency, I can protect it with Gamma. A lot of my plays wanted to just be protected by Gamma.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's sort of. I guess like you don't really need the 3 core, so it's like probably it's
Yeah.
nice. It's also nice to probably have like a second target off of like core, so if you need to like flex, so you have like follow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
3 strike.
Yeah.
3 Imperm, 2 IDP. So this deck goes first. There's some people who've done well with this deck that goes second, but I don't like going second in a format where like you need to have board breakers, you need to have at least 2 hand traps, and I'd rather just go first, set up my plays to kill on the next turn.
Yeah.
So this is more of a turn 3 deck, and these are just really good. Strike is always good. IDP is good into certain matchups, like against like Tenyi, you just like banish the Ashuna, and then like
Yeah, then banish the monk, and then it's just like how they play from there.
yeah. So overall, like I have no complaints about any of these things.
Yeah.
And then one punishment for the Ecclesia and
Yeah.
one invasion.
Yeah.
This card doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, it's really good. Basically, it has 2 effects. You can only use 1 effect per turn. You can either target a Cyberdark monster you control and equip a dragon or machine from either grave to it, and it gains 1,000 attack. So it adds cannon and claw machines.
Yeah.
Sorry, dragons. And then the other effect, you can send an equip to non-targeting pop.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's on your turn you're re-equipping, on their turn you're popping a card, drawing 1. So
Yeah.
it's just this constant resource loop.
Well, it's sort of like how like Live Twin sort of like does like the thing every turn where it like draws 1, pops 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do extra next.
Yeah.
We'll do links first.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we'll do fusions.
After.
DPE.
Yeah.
Best Cyberdark
Best
monster.
boy.
Nah, he's 100% a Cyberdark fusion. He's the best Cyberdark fusion ever printed.
Yeah, Cyberdark Fusion Enforcer.
Like, he has synergy with the equips as well. You can pop the equips to plus, which comes up every now and then, but essentially, this card's too good not to play.
Yeah,
You
I
kinda
think
have
yeah,
to.
I think like this card just like lets you just play like ignorantly and just like do everything and then just go Verte DPE like Verte DPE or just go Verte DPE and then do everything after.
And then Mega Fleet for core. This never came up, but in theory, you just eat an Apollosa, you eat whatever's there, and
Yeah.
your opponent suddenly has to deal with a 2/4 monster. Send targets for Claw, Omega to recycle your stuff,
Yeah.
Entis for damage calc into some shenanigans, and Titanic Clad for your Dogma stuff. Nothing really much to say about this. They all came up besides Omega, but Omega is really good to play and grind your games to sort of constantly put resources back.
Yeah.
Like, if you can also, if you really wanted to, you could like recycle all of your DPE pieces and reset the Fusion Destiny, but like that doesn't come up. So.
That sounds like a very funny thing to do.
Links, IP, because you can go IP Gizmek. It's like an alternate link too if you've already used your Verte.
Yeah.
Lina, Dark, these are just like the best charmers.
Yeah.
I used to play Almirage and Hita, but like it doesn't really come up. Like this sort of just gets you into any Link 3 that you want, like Unicorn
Yeah.
or like Celine. There's not really much to say about these cards.
Yeah.
They're just good.
Yeah.
Hulk, because Hulk Celine into access code lines exist, so you might as well play him.
Yeah.
Verte, because we're playing the best boy.
Yeah.
Apollosa, this card doesn't come up. It's sort of like in matchups where like you're up against a monster heavy deck. In theory, it's good because you'll have a board where you end like IP a random Cyberdark, and maybe Eldritch or Gizmek.
Yeah.
And so you just make a 3-man Apollosa, and then you've got like something else on board, and then your opponent just can't play anyway. It's sort of to help close out games and to guarantee your opponent can't play.
Yeah, sort of when you can't OTK with the access code, it's probably like the best link forward to summon.
And one Mew because I play Reaper in the side.
Yeah.
Never saw Reaper against Prankin, so I played 14 card side deck extra deck. So I had judgments to, for like game 3 where I go first essentially. This card just says no, especially against this card.
Yep.
And then this card's also good because I burst Blunder, and you do this in like the standby phase. And then
Yeah, you hit them Dreaming Town or the field spell.
Yeah, nice Dreaming Town, idiot. And then 3 draw. Draw was clutch. It came up. I saw it twice against Flunder. I saw it against Dragons as well. Basically, being able to turn skip like half the decks in the meta is extremely good.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to say about that. And then Reaper. This came up against round 1 against Rose Tenyi. I Reapered the Hulk, and then they passed turn. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing much you can say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
no worries.
the deck.
Well, congratulations on
thank you.
getting 7th place with your deck that you've been playing for quite some time.
Oh,
But yeah.
hell yeah. No, thank you. It feels good. It feels good. The mat is what took me to victory.
Yes, the power of the mat.
Yeah.
So one question: how many times do you see the loyal Celestial Dashers?
I didn't. I saw Dasher once today, and I saw Eldritch like twice. But like Eldritch being like having a send effect, it's fine to open. It's honestly fine to open. So yeah.
Oh, no worries. Oh, good job.
Nice, thank you
Congratulations.
so much.